is live. It is alive. It is alive. I think. And hopefully I can be heard and the music can be heard. There's a little echo there. Let's just kill that right away. And let's get that chat out. There we go. All right. Where is my chat window? It is right there. Alright, if you're watching, please let me know if you can hear me and the music properly. And there's no mic crackle or shit like that. All that good stuff. Music might be a little much. Hello! Alright, there are some folks. Can you hear me? Everything's good? I mean, there's a limit to how much I'll be talking, of course, because it's an odd stream, so I'll be distracted a lot, but all the same. Pretty low, you say. The voice or the music? Actually, the music might be a little loud, so... How's this? Do 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 do. Let me check here. Okay. Oh man, this. I mean, I don't know what the problem is on your end. These are the settings I usually use when I game, and nobody has a problem with those. That's not a dig, by the way. That's just me not understanding why it's being such a bitch every time I want to do anything. Is it? Huh. Alright. That seems fine. I think it might be. Anyway, I'll try to talk a little louder when I talk and be a little more energetic. We're drawing Molten Man today, and I've been putting this guy off because you see my reference up here? The thing about Molten Man, the fire guy among Spidey's villains, is that he's not actually fire. What his powers actually are is he has metallic skin that is capable of generating heat, which produces flame. But a lot of people draw him like he's made of fire, when originally he was like this golden dude. So I'm a little torn on what I want to do for my drawing. Where I've kept everybody fairly classic looking. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to line art him, and then I'm going to try 2 different coloring methods. Because thankfully one of his colors is literally just yellow. So that should be fairly easy to deal with. So we're going to try that and see what happens. So, let's just go for it. Let's draw Molten Man. Let's zoom right in on that big old face of his. Alright. So first, since I gave him a fair bit of cheekbone here, let's get that in there. It's actually a little too thick. Damn it. It might be a lot of, I might be doing a lot of undo and redraw at first here, because I haven't really warmed up my hand before drawing, as I usually would. Like, that's actually a thing that a lot of people tend to forget is a thing you can do in art. Okay, the music might be a little bit loud. like actually warming up your hand a bit. Just drawing circles or squares, it actually goes a very long way. It's like 2 minutes where you just draw circles and squares and don't really think too much about it. It really makes a world of difference sometimes. Go fix that corner up there real quick and connect this to the ear. There we go. Actually, we might want to do that here too now that I think about it. There we go. Alright. It's already looking better. I think we can stand to make his hair stand up a little more, make it a little rounder. So I'm gonna go more for something like... Yeah, that already looks better. Come on. Come on. There we go. And yes, we are listening to the Crash Bandicoot soundtrack because, I don't know. I can't exactly play Spotify music when I'm art streaming on YouTube, so I'm just trying to think of video games I like and putting on the music from those. More specifically, this is the Insane Trilogy remixes. Though, to be frank, I don't actually know how much they've been remixed or remastered or changed or whatever. I am not very knowledgeable about music in general. Alright, there we go. Let's just get all that out of there. Is one of his ears remarkably bigger than the other? Yeah, it is. So we gotta fix that. Or at least it's placed lower. So let's just quickly do a little trick. Move it upwards a little, like here seems good. And then we will do this business. There we go. Actually, this ear is generally too thick. The line is anyway, so let's try and thin that out a bit. If we can. If my pen will allow it. Without breaking everything. Oh, it helps a little bit. Alright. Okay. The hair has a little problem there too. Just a little trim here. I feel like a barber. Just a little trim here, sir. Where your hair appears a bit thick, huh? He kind of looks like Kuwabara right now. Oh, sorry, I haven't been keeping up here. Hello, Yvonne. Thanks for coming. And I'll look into Final Fantasy XIV. I've never really played it, so I wouldn't know about the music. God damn it, come on. Alright, let's just refer to this as head for now. Let's get on that bod. That Herculean bod. I'm actually really happy with the pose I ended up with for good old Moldy here. I shouldn't call him Moldy. That sounds like he's just old bread. I'm really happy with the pose I came up with here. It's very Super Saiyan, I know, but it kind of fits him. Because if you've ever read any comics with Molten Man in them as a villain, he's apparently a good guy lately, and has been for a while. He tends to have a temper. He tends to go berserk. Kind of his thing, like, even though he's much more intelligent than other brute villains like Sandman or Rhino, this guy is actually a scientist, believe it or not. But I just like the fact that he's essentially a walking meltdown when he gets really angry, because he's just walking around, his body gets so warm that it destroys everything he walks to. Like, I have one old comic with one of his first appearances, and it is just absolute fucking mayhem, and it's kind of awesome. I kind of like Molten Man. It's a fun idea. But it doesn't get used much, unfortunately. I guess there's just a limit to how many times you can show a villain burning Spider-Man's webs and be like, oh no, he's really dangerous, you know? I have been having a lot of fun drawing these muscular dudes, since normally I draw an awful lot of cartoon girls, you know? So this is new territory for me, but it's very good practice. Give it a little more of a bull's neck here. There we go. Actually, yeah. There we go. Hey Mondo, yeah, it is kind of phone like this music, you're right. I actually hadn't thought about that, but it actually is. Huh, funny. Let's get a big old shoulder in there. There we go. It actually sounds very much like one of the pre-programmed alarm sounds you'd find on a modern phone. Imagine waking up to this kind of calypso every day. Yikes. I mean, I love me my Crash Bandicoot, but that might be a little much. Whoops. We're definitely gonna have to go the Hydro Man route here and touch up his silhouette afterwards. That wasn't really necessary with Sandman for some reason, but we might have to here. See, now I'm in the groove. Now I'm warmed up. Now it's actually progressing at a fairly brisk pace. Whoops. It also helps that he doesn't have a lot of details for a costume or anything. So it's just like, just get to work, man. I mean, all he has are these weird undies here that I gotta draw. Whoops, that's the eraser. So in general, my line art has gotten a lot faster in the last couple weeks, I've noticed. I think that's the first time I've really noticed a change in my skill level. Like, I'm inking a lot faster than I used to. Which probably means it's time to start drawing things with much more detail. Just to keep challenging myself. That's actually why I did Gar a while back, because he has a lot going on. And I did an extra layer of shading more than usual, but like actual line detail. Might be time to step that up a bit. But yeah, man, I've spent so long believing that I just never improve, or at least being unable to see when I improve. So actually noticing that my inking is getting a lot faster lately. That has felt really, really good. Can't remember the last time I noticed a big change like that. And this is probably just an artist's own worst enemy is themselves thing. I'm always thinking what I do isn't good enough, and that I should be doing better, and there's not enough improvement and shit. But all of a sudden, man, I just noticed something, which is more than usually happens. Let's get that grundle out of the way fast, so I don't have to spend too much time on that. Yikes! God damn it! I do wonder what those pants are made of that they can withstand his body temperature going up like that. It's kind of incredible. Plus, I think that one of the reasons my inking has gotten faster is that I fret a lot less. It's like, it's tough to explain if you don't draw yourself, but the funny thing about drawing is when you get to a certain skill point, you kind of want to just go for it without thinking too hard when you're sketching, at least. And then you can start correcting things, and eventually you just end up at this spot where... What I'm basically trying to say is that overthinking is nobody's friend. It's like a lot of the drawings I've made where now I feel they're kind of stilted. That's usually been because I've been too worried about it looking right rather than looking cool, you know? I'm kind of adopting an art philosophy that I call sometimes realism is secondary to expression. And that's true. Like, even folks with supposedly more realistic styles, or other American comic books that draw more realistically than I do, like, they still exaggerate poses and faces, like, a lot. Most people don't look that way, and I'm not just talking muscles or being stacked or whatever. I'm talking, like, expressions and ways they move. Exaggeration is key to communication when it comes to drawing, and that's something I need to learn. Because I'm definitely always restricting myself when it comes to things like foreshortening and cool poses and things. Because I'm always like, oh no, but it might not look real. Who the fuck cares? You're drawing some fantasy warrior guy. There we go. Now that is a leg. Hey man, like... Gotta get the crotch right, says the chat, for the female audience. Hey man, I draw a lot of, like, cute and attractive cartoon girls. So, equal opportunity, man. The ladies get something to look at too. Or the men. Depending on who you are, of course. Equal opportunity sexiness for everybody. Actually, I fucked up. We gotta zoom in on the crotch for a sec here. Barry, zoom in on the crotch. Zoom in again. Zoom in on the last goddamn pixel. Actually, I think we might have to bend that whole leg a bit, but... yeah, we totally do. Hold on. We're gonna do a little trick. Thank God for digital art. Okay, so... what we're gonna do now is we're gonna... do this. Just a little bit. And like... this here. That helped a little bit, yeah. Actually, I may still need to move this line itself a little and make it a little longer. And stuff and things. Whoop. And this, boys and girls, is why we use vector layers. Because they can be resized with no problem. Yeah, something like that. There we go. The problem I've had... I mean, using vector layers for line art is something I've switched to recently. The problem is merging layers, because vector layers apparently remember where you've erased. So when you merge two layers together, sometimes shit disappears. Because it's like, oh, but you erased on this layer, so I should erase on this layer you're merging it with too. And it's like, fuck off, no! Stop! So that's a little annoying. But I'm sure I'll find a workaround eventually. I love that we're listening to a track that has lion roars in it, because it's perfect with this guy's pose. Alright, here we go. Up there. They say if you listen very carefully during this part of inking, you can hear Rob Liefeld having an aneurysm. I mean, okay. I know we all love making fun of Liefeld, but if nothing else, he did revitalize things for a while. The question is if you think that was in a good way or anything like that, but comics had looked very samey for a long, long time at that point. So you gotta give him some credit for, Is that a very small foot, or am I crazy? Probably could stand to be a bit bigger. Whatever. But like, I'll join in on the Liefeld jokes, but for example, I couldn't draw guns or, well, pouches or super detailed character designs the way he does. The guy definitely knows his shit in certain regards. It's just very easy to make fun of him for the stuff that he doesn't, you know? And of course the fact that he's a paid professional. And honestly should be working just a little harder, because you can definitely see a lot of shortcuts in a lot of his work. And there's nothing wrong with shortcuts on a fundamental level. Like, I use a lot of shortcuts in my work. I think that foot is too small. I might just be crazy, but... do I like the Kingpin? Yeah. Yeah, man. The Kingpin's a great villain. I think it also helps that I watched the Spider-Man animated series growing up where he's like a major character. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things, he's definitely more associated with Daredevil in general in the comics. But he was, like, behind almost everything in at least the first couple of seasons of Spider-Man, the animated series, so I've been exposed to him a lot, and yeah, he's interesting. I wish the comics would agree with themselves whether or not he's superhuman. Because my god, he sometimes pulls off some shit. I don't care how much he trains. Or that supposedly he's 400 pounds of pure muscle or whatever. Some of the shit he does is way out there. Because honestly, I'd be fine if he had, like, low-level super strength. Wouldn't bother me any. I don't really see a problem with it anyway. I used to be like, when it comes to supervillains, I used to really not care for the mobster guys. So like Hammerhead, Silvermane, the Rose, all those guys. But I've warmed up to it in the days since, because like, not every supervillain is going to go out and try to take over the world, you know? Nor should they, like it makes no sense and it gets very samey that way. Let's just try resizing this foot a bit, because it's driving me crazy. Just a little bit. And now he's starting to look like he'd be able to stand. That'd be nice. Of course, that does mean I have to fix that too, so hold on. Am I on the right? Oh, it's way smaller now. There we go. But yeah, I used to be all like, no, the superheroes should fight the guys with the superpowers and the costumes, and just, who cares, man? I will say, however, I almost never care for the ninja aspect of Daredevil. I mean, not that I hate it or anything. Like, I'll read the stories and enjoy them just fine, but just whenever the hand gets involved, I kind of zone out a little bit. I just like him better as a street vigilante than I do as a ninja. Plus, I've never liked Elektra much. That doesn't help either. But I get it. It does make a lot of sense for him, thematically. And again, there are plenty of stories involving the Foot that are great, and I'll read them and enjoy them just fine. It's just a personal preference. I'd rather see him fight weird street-level supervillains. I mean, I'm one of the guys who really likes the Owl of all people, so... This definitely needs a resize too. Come on, buddy. Let me resize that foot. Better, but it definitely needs some thicker line work. But like I said, we'll go over his silhouette by the end. To even it all out a little. Should I kind of fuck this up too? See how it's done over here. Okay. I mean, we are drawing a grown-ass supervillain here, not Princess Tiny Feet, so... Which is an actual character, by the way. That's not me making shit up, just not a Spider-Man character. Okay, there we go. That's getting somewhere. Smythe! Spencer Smythe? Oh, man. I don't know. I haven't read enough about either of the Smythes to really know that much about them. Again, the Smythe I know is the wheelchair guy from the animated series. I think I've only read like a small handful of stories where either of them appear, really. I don't care much for them. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure there's some great history. I like that in the comics, Spencer Smythe, I think, is Spencer Smythe. Is Spencer the son? Which one is which? There's Alistair and there's Spencer. I like that in the comics, one of the Smythes is much more of a J. Jonah Jameson villain than he is a Spider-Man villain. Like, sure, he'll fight Spidey and he hates Spidey, but he has real personal beef with Jameson, of all people. Similar to how, I think it's Scorpion? Oh yeah, Scorpion, cause Jameson created him. Which I'm still amazed he isn't in jail for that, by the way. These knuckles are weird. Let's get rid of them. We'll figure that out later. Like, seriously. So, way back when Scorpion was first introduced, that was like... That was Jonah paying for an operation to turn some guy into a mutant freak for the purpose of maybe not killing, but definitely beating the crap out of Spider-Man. How is he not in jail for that? He essentially created a superpowered terrorist. I'm sure there's a story out there that addresses that. There must be. That's not how a thumb works. See here, I don't actually think... Would you even be able to see the thumb here? Yeah, you probably would, just not quite as much as I've drawn it. And for the record, I do know this, that Smythe in the cartoon did turn into the guy with the weird spines. I don't know. I don't think the Smythes are that great. But I probably just haven't read the right stories. That looks like a Mickey Mouse hand now. That's a little more like it. Okay. Fuck, did I call him the Ninja Clan from Daredevil the Foot? God damn it. Yeah, well. Yes, in the PS4 game there is one of the Jameson podcasts where he like gets really mad because the Scorpion is trying to sue him, which is hilarious. But like, I think Scorpion has probable cause, man. Except, wait, no. Because... No, he can't have. Because he consented to it. He agreed to a procedure that he was told was probably dangerous. I don't know. I don't know superpower law very well. We have to get an actual lawyer in here to figure that shit out. I have no idea if this looks right. I'm not 100% sure, but... Let's just try and fix this up here. I'm doing the real art thing of, like, looking at my own hand now and trying to pose it the same way, which is a bit of a bitch, but, it is working. Because that's another thing I've learned in drawing. Sometimes you'll sit there and you'll be like, this can't be right. I'm fucking up the anatomy so bad. This in no way looks like a human being. And then you look up a photo reference and you're like, oh, that's actually how human beings look and function. Because our bodies are weird, man. They do weird shit. They look weird at certain angles. And you just learn. Like, I keep feeling like when I obscure a limb behind something, I have to make sure part of it is visible somewhere. As if having to remind people that it's there, but no. Sometimes shit is obscured from view. It's not that complicated. But like if someone's leg should be behind their body in some way, like they're sitting down in a weird way or running really fast straight ahead of the camera, I'll be like, no, I gotta show that the foot is there somewhere. And it fucks up my drawings, honestly. I know it's a problem I have, but I never pick up on it until it's way too late. I think I might need to do a little fiddling with the other hand. I need to see this in its full size in a sec. Alright. Boom, boom, boom. I think we might have to... Oh, see, that little bit helped a lot, actually. Yeah, hands are a bitch. But that's just how it goes, man. Alright, so I think we're actually doing pretty well with the body so far. Let's get some knees on this bitch. He ain't gonna be doing a lot of anything without knees. Little extra muscle tone here and there. See, again, adding these muscle lines looks so weird to me doing it right now, but, you know, they have to be there somewhere. And I suppose, even though he's all golden and stuff, we should probably give him some nips somewhere. Or is he smooth? I actually don't... He's smooth on this drawing, so... Maybe. I mean, his origin story is that his body is, like, coated in metal, so... I guess it makes a certain amount of sense to not include some nips. I am actually unsure if you would have any nips or not. Now I'm just trying to say nips as much as possible to make you guys uncomfortable. Well, we've definitely got a big old angry boy here. Boy, he is pissed off. Just how it should be. I think we can call the body done for now. Hello, Gotcha Girl. Welcome to the chat. And the Maniacs. Welcome. Alright. I suppose we should give him a face and some pants now. Especially the pants. The pants would definitely help. Fighting him would be pretty awkward without it. Plus, my layout sketch has Spidey in a bit of a compromising situation, so... the final pick, so we better give Molten Man some pants. Do it now! Give him some underoos. I'm going to make them just a slight bit more loose-fitting than they are in the... at least rolled up a bit, I guess, is the right term. And is that a belt? Oh my god, he has chainmail underwear and never even noticed that until now. Well, we're trying to go comic book accurate, so I guess we should add scales to this motherfucker. Oh my god. But I rolled them up like they're cloth now. Shit. God damn it, Molten Man. What kind of fashion statement are you making? I do like him though, Mark Raxton. He's an underappreciated villain. I like him. You know what? Fuck it. No chainmail. We're doing the belts. Then we'll figure it out from there. I mean, all I have to do is erase some of the folds. Make it a little more body hugging, but... Ah, shit, I'm on the wrong layer. Damn it. I mean, all I really have to do is... fix this up a bit. Make maybe one or two less folds. Alright, yeah, okay, double fuck it. Chainmail underoos it is. Let's go classic. Fuck if it makes sense. We're drawing classic Spidey villains. Which probably also means I should keep him yellow rather than fire. But we'll see. Yeah, we're going with the chainmail stuff, mostly because now I find it funny. Now let's get that belt action in here. also made his belt studded in my sketch for some reason. Huh. I must have been looking at a different drawing. But oh well. I mean, it can be studded. Makes about as much sense as the chainmail underwear. Love this clown music that's going on while I'm drawing his underwear, by the way. That's real fun. And sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat. I will look in a second. I'm just trying to... I'm trying to draw a dude in metal underwear. Cut me some slack. Like that. Whoops. Took a little bit of a fold with me there. Okay. We're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. So, let's remove these leg lines here. And down here. Dooba-dooba-doo. In here. Yep. And like that. Alright. Would you look at my big strong boy? Once we're done with this, we need to draw his face. So... Hey, would you look at that? Oh, he's all grown up. Alright, so... we got ourselves a handsome strong boy here. Try and thicken the line width on his head a little bit. Yeah, that helped. Actually, the neck is a little small now. Let's fix that. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Get a more bulgy neck. Like that. Yeah. Now you're starting to look ready to deal some fucking damage. Okay. Hello, Can. I can't pronounce that last name there, so sorry about that. Just reading the chat for a sec. Chainmail for the warrior in you, exactly. I'd buy that brand. If for nothing else, just to see the confusion on a partner's face when I unveil my chainmail underwear. Father says I should stay chaste. Oh dear. Actually, we forgot the scales. Hold on. We can't have that. Did it erase anything? No, it did not. Alright, let's give this fucker some scales, I guess. Because that's apparently a thing we add to underwear now. I mean, we might as well. Right now, it's just funny to give him scales. Okay, this music actually sounds like it could be from certain parts of Breath of Fire 3. I mean, it is Crash Bandicoot, but reminded me a little of certain parts of it. Oh yeah, ladies. This do anything for ya? That hot, protected grundle there? Ain't nobody getting in there without permission. I mean, you ask for a hot night on Tinder, this is what you're gonna get. Some dude running up to your house on fire wearing chainmail underwear. Enjoy that thought. Sure, that's a mental image you all love. Worst part is some asshole has probably tried that out there. People are a little wild. Alright, look at that. Oh man, he is rocking it. Alright, let's give him a face, because right now he's just scary as hell. That helped. Okay. Hold on, we need to... It's a very uneven nose I'm giving him right now. Doesn't do anybody any good. I might need to center an eye a little more. Looks weird right now. Yeah, I definitely need to center the eyes a little more. But let's get a mouth in here first. like that's constantly a bit too thick there. Whoa, 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 okay, that's a little much. I didn't mean to rotate it that much. There we go. So. That helped. That's another trick I have to keep reminding myself is allowed. Rotating the canvas. When a stroke is just... when a stroke is giving you trouble. When there's a stroke, you just can't get your hand to draw right. It's perfectly fine to turn the canvas around to give yourself a little more control. That's another thing I need to remind myself of. There we go. Don't you look at me like that, Braxton. You did this to yourself. What you get for playing around with chemicals. Don't science, kids. You might turn into a supervillain. I wonder if giving him a uvula is a little too cartoony for what we're trying to go for here. Might be. That's gonna make it probably unappealing here. We'll figure it out in a moment when we zoom out, but it might be a little too much. It gives his mouth a little too much detail, so... It's not even that it's bad, it's just not really helping either, so... But if I remove it, doesn't that look even weirder? That's a tough sell, actually. Maybe just don't draw it so high, draw it a little lower. Just like... So we're like looking into the roof of his mouth because he's screaming like that. I'm just trying things out here, man. I haven't really done this before. I mean, nobody's gonna notice in the final pick, so let's just keep his mouth simple. Breath of Fire 4 characters. Yeah, I should. Because, like, Skyas and Urshin are definitely my favorite characters, like you mentioned. And Nina, well, she's Nina, and she's lovely in that game. So, yeah, I should definitely draw more of that. people just fanboying over Livewire now? I mean, I see why, because Livewire is awesome. Another great instance of Tim and crew introducing a new character in the cartoons that takes off. They were apparently very good at that. They're like, her and Harley are like the prime examples of, hey, it's not a bad thing when people introduce new shit. Both of them are pretty freaking cool. What the hell? Hold on. Why are they so... What the hell happened? That was weird. Okay. Let's get some ear detail on this bad boy. Honestly, one of the things I really enjoy about Livewire in particular is that she was just... For someone who turns into a dangerous supervillain, like, she doesn't have much of a dark backstory or anything. She was just kind of a jackass. Like, even before becoming a supervillain, she just lived her life fucking with people for no other reason than because ratings. And then the universe was just like, oh, hell no, bitch. And fucking zapped her with lightning. And then in return, she's like, oh, sweet lightning powers. And the universe instantly regrets all of its decisions. I don't know, there's something funny about Livewire to me like that. Although, I don't know, did they change her origins in the comics? I don't think I've ever read in comics that she's in. As more than a guest appearance, anyway. Wait, doesn't Livewire show up in All-Star Superman? Of all places? Man, the Bruce Timm cartoons are really that old, huh? Oh, I'm giving him a huge eye here. We might want to shrink that down a little. But this is what I'm talking about with expression. Like, the huge eye definitely makes him look mad as hell. Actually, I think it's less... that the eye's too much. Maybe we just need to move it down a couple notches, like here. Oh yeah, that helps. Alright, let's fix that other eye, because it's definitely too far away. Let's get that over here. Yeah, that's good. Whoops. When did All-Star Superman come out? 2006 or something? The original comic book, not the movie. That's a great Superman story, by the way, for anyone who wants to read some prime Superman stuff. It's a little too cut off over here, so... try and thin this one a little bit. Very thick right now. Yeah, that helped. We just need to redo this line. Whoops. Wrong tool. Do you think he's angry? I think he might be angry. But since you said I should draw some Breath of Fire 4 stuff, you know what I should draw? My fucking comic. I haven't touched that in months again. I've sketched the next page, but that's about it. What the hell is happening right now? Something's wrong with my eraser and I don't like it. Oh, it's because it's a vector eraser. There we go. We don't want that. Alright, let's take a look. I mean, he looks about ready to kill some bitches. I think his face might actually need to be a little thicker. Let's try giving his whole face a little bit of a touch up here. Around the mouth. Yeah, that works. Definitely some parts of him that have a thicker outline than others, but we'll figure that out after we've colored him in. All right, here we go. I'm just reading the chat right quick. Well, yeah, I had another comic that I was a dumbass and neglected for way too long, so I had to spend all of last month on that. And now I'm doing this, which is also taking an awful lot of time, you know? I have create OCD, man. But yeah, I do want to finish my comic. I mean, there's 10 pages left. I can do it. And it's probably a pipe dream, but I want to print it and send it to Sakai. I mean, at this point, I'm probably just a creepy fan, but still. Because, like, it was the first time in a while I just suddenly had a story I wanted to tell. And it felt great, and sending him the comic feels like a way to thank him for that, you know? Because it was definitely after reading Usagi that I got a lot of my creative drive back. With its ups and downs, but let's just actually remember, because this cost me some grief last time. After I'd drawn Sandman, I had to go back and recolor some places, because this fuzzy outline means that the paint bucket isn't 100% reliable. So let's just do this here. I do love that this is his color palette. Black and yellow. That's it. I wonder if I should fill his mouth with yellow too. I'm gonna do that for now, and then we'll see if maybe his inside shouldn't be. Because I don't actually think I've seen any drawings of him with his mouth open like this. Come on. Okay. Alright, let's try it. Let's try giving him a healthy yellow look here. Jesus Christ, that's bright. Alright. Holy crap. Yeah, we definitely need to do something about the mouth there, just for variety's sake. Like, it looks a lot brighter when he's not shaded and we don't have the, white or transparent background. Whoa, that didn't help. Wow. Whoops. That's the... No, that's the right tool. Okay, cool. Let's get that dark orange in there. And hope that can help his mouth out a little. Actually, let's make that darker than his normal shadow so you can really see it's in his mouth. Yeah, that helps somewhat. Okay. Alright, so before I do anything else, I want to try something really quick. I want to try and see what happens. Whoops. If I give him a slightly more fiery look. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go a little more orange here, and then to a yellow. Make that a bit brighter. Maybe turn the orange to more of an orangey red. Now let's try a little thing. Let's try giving him like... Whoops. Oh, I didn't get all of it. What did I... Wait, what did I miss? Ah, fuck me. Where... Alright. Hold on, I fucked something up. Okay. Ah, there's a little bit of his ear there that hasn't been colored. There you go. And again with the mouth here. Okay. What the fuck? I keep missing a part. God damn it. Okay, that should almost do it. There we go. Okay. Now, as I was saying, we're gonna try a little something. Try giving him like a fiery core and see what happens. What if I do it more like this? I had like... I had a way that I did this recently that I really liked, and now I can't remember what the hell it is. Where I got like a really cool flame color for him. Other way around. More like this maybe. Because like, okay, we're gonna try a quick thing here. See, I'd do this, and then I'd add like a fiery outline to him. And do flames and stuff, but something is wrong here, and I can't quite tell what. We can make him darker. Change the hue of it. Oh, actually, hold on. There's a pretty good hue. Let's put the black back there. Fucked up the white there, I see. So the question is, which works better? Golden Man or more Flame Man? Because I haven't given him any outlines or flames yet, so it's still a little hard to judge. Let's see here. I'm gonna try a thing. Whoops. Let's get it more reddish. And then let's filter, blur, motion blur. That's the wrong direction, so let's say which direction does that? That's the wrong way, so let's go 0. Nope. That goes more to the side. Minus what? What the fuck? How do I get it to go upwards? Oh, I'm not... I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, I'm an idiot. Hold on. There we go. See, that's already helping a little. And we make another one. Make that one darker. And then we do the same blur effect again. Let's bring it up even higher. Then we can play with opacity a bit. Then I can pull it down a little bit to give him more of a... yeah. Because now it definitely looks warm. Like he's actually glowing. Are you guys in the chat at all? Because I'm seeing no activity right now. use some input here, guys. Do we go golden man? Well, warm man here. I mean, we can still fix his hue a bit. Oh, this is actually... Let's turn that down a little bit here. Now his features just kind of disappear. I don't know, man. It's a tough call. Ah, crap. Hold on, let me... We can't have it cutting off over there. That looks like shit. God damn it! Obey me! Ah, shit. Alright, we'd have to redo these. Crap. Alright. Just gonna delete those. We'll try the same trick in a sec. Because, like, some of you weren't here at the beginning, but the thing with Molten Man is he's technically not actually a fire guy. He has metallic skin that he heats up. But a lot of artists vary between whether or not they portray him as a fire dude or as a golden man in the classic sense here. Shit, man. Hold on. What the hell? So the question is, which one works better? It's a tough call, man. I'm not sure. See, this is why I wanted to do him today, because since he's not that complicated, it allows me some playtime to see if I can make him a little more interesting. It's a little too dark now, so maybe turn that down somewhat. Oh. I think it might need to be bigger. I'd have to remove it from... Oh god, this is going horrible places. Yeah, no, this isn't working. I'm having a hard time deciding here. A punch more yellow, you say. Let's try it. Whoa, that's... What happens if I jack up the saturation. That's too bright. Let me just try a thing real quick. Just to make his face stand out a little more. Maybe if we shade him a bit, it'll be easier to tell, because like... Let's try shading the classic version for a moment and see where that takes us. Because if we do that, I can copy that layer, put it on top of the gradients, and fuck around with the colors for a bit, and then we can see how it looks once he's shaded. I think that might be worth it. Alright, let's go. And for this purpose, we're gonna switch to this bad boy here. Let's just see where this takes us now. At some point I had to add some flames to him too, so we're not quite done yet anyway. Which I think we might have to... Oh, that actually looks real good. Alright. See here, something like this. Bro, look how jacked he's getting. this muscle too. That was a little uneven. Okay, that's better. No, let's just... Ah! I see a spot there that didn't get colored. So we gotta fix that. What the fuck is this tune? I don't remember this one. But then, like I said, I was never too good at keeping up with video game music, so... I may well just be an idiot. That's a little weird, so keep it that way. Okay, we better get around to coloring that spot now, because it's actually starting to drive me nuts. There we go. Well, yeah, of course it looks flat if I only use the gradient. I'm going to shade the gradient too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shade him completely. Then I'm going to copy the layer and try to put that on top of the gradient layer. And then we'll see what we end up with. It might work, it might be bullshit. I mean, all I can really do is try. And like, if what I'm planning for the gradient doesn't work, we'll just use this. Because this is looking pretty good already. So we'll just go super classic. looks really weird. So let's try... That's a lot better. So... Oh, this is going places. I like this. All right. Maybe I should color his eyebrows black at some point. See how that looks. It might actually do a lot of good. Golden Snoss. It's right here. Sorry I'm so quiet, guys. I'm just really focusing on the shading. You are, as always, free to ask me all sorts of stuff, and I'll answer to the best of my abilities to keep the conversation going. I know I'm not the best art stream host. Alright. Damn, son. I really like my Molten Man so far. Yeah, I'm probably going with this instead of Gradient, but we'll still try the Gradient trick and see what we get out of it. Because it could very well be very effective. But I'm starting to think it's not really necessary with this guy. Actually, hold on. Let's re-angle this whole situation here. Because he's like looking up, so... So that whole business should probably be looking up too. Which is why I'll do... So that's most of the upper body covered. Oh my god, we still need a huge chunk of his one arm and hand. Huh. Alright. Actually, what happens if I remove this? Does that make it better or worse? Do this instead. Kinda works. Alright, I promised I'd read the chats. Let me just do that right now. See if any of you have actually said anything, because I sure haven't. I'm sitting here all quiet. Can't have that now. Can't have quiet in today's day and age. Hello again, maniacs. Hope you like what you see so far. He's coming together. And he's angry. He's very angry. I hope you can tell. I was afraid I made it a little too subtle. Probably do me too. Alright, so now, legs. Just sitting here at 10 p.m. on a Monday, coloring in some guy's grundle in his chainmail underwear. Totally normal. Not even his chainmail underwear, his golden chainmail underwear. Like, holy shit, that's a big difference. But in all seriousness, this is starting to look pretty dope. I'll probably do one better on the drawing and add some shine, just to make him real golden. Whoops. Let's fill that in. There we go. Speaking of places that need to be filled out, I clearly forgot this place. Boom, boom. Alrighty. And boom. Whoops. Fucked up. Kinda need the rest of that leg there. Okay, let's fill all that in now. Boom, boom. Just fill this out a little more. There we go. Oh, you're also drawing Maniacs. Well then, I hope it turns out good. Or at least, I hope it turns out the way you want it, I should probably say instead. Like, it's actually really silly that I keep making jokes about coloring in his crotch and stuff. I mean, I'm doing it because, hey, we're just sitting here watching me draw, and it'd be boring if I didn't say anything. But also, like, I'm a fucking 30-year-old man, and I still end up feeling self-conscious about it whenever I have to line art somebody's boobs on a stream. Because I know somewhere someone is snickering like a 12-year-old, because they probably are a 12-year-old. And then somehow that makes me the weirdo for just drawing somebody on model. I don't know, man. I'm just fucking around, but it's funny, is what I'm trying to say. It's funny how our brains work like that. But there are some people that will just go apeshit over the slightest thing. I have an old drawing of Shannon from OKKO doing a high kick. Like really lifting her leg above her head, which is a pose she has pulled in show and does often pull in show. And when I posted the sketch somewhere, within 0.5 seconds I got somebody, why did you outline her vagina? And I'm like, it's a close fold. The character is a robot. It's a body fold. To think you have to explain shit like that. Alright, well. Now, maybe we try to add some shine. And let's actually try and go ridiculously overboard here. I want to try something. Let's try to really make him shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. The only reason I know that song is because of Grim Fandango. Yeah, we'll turn it down later. Right now, I just need to. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just making his belt look metallic too, just for fun. Thought that might sell the whole thing a bit more. Oh, he is going to be very golden, and it's going to be awesome. Where did the magic wand go? There it is. What the fuck? Oh, I see the problem. Watch out, here comes the shiny golden god. But again, I'll tone it down. Yeah. Actually, hold on. Let me try a thing. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, baby, here we go. He is getting very shiny. Wait, sorry, I'm way behind in the chat. What comment am I salty about? Maybe let's not make his underwear shiny. It'll be fine. Whoops. Like, I'm not crazy, right? This is actually working really well. Giving him a real cool shine. Okay, you know what? I highly doubt that I'm going to go with a gradient. Not after seeing this and how well it's working out. This is freaking cool as hell. Well, I'm going to add the flames now. I'm going to draw flames on top of this, like in the reference picture. And then I'm probably gonna try the white outline again, just to see how it looks with this coloration. Let's see here. Maybe not completely white, but maybe like a very dark orange or something. Holy crap! Okay. So white doesn't work. But let's try. No, it needs to be more saturated. Oh shit, I think we got it. Oh shit, you guys! Look at him! We need to do something about that mouth for a sec. Stop. Just trying to figure out the mouth here. It looks a little flat if I don't do something to it, so... Oh, that's actually oddly effective. Like, I didn't actually expect that to work, but when you zoom out, it has a weird effect, like even his insides are glowing. Let's try looking at that again. Oh, dude. That's not bad. Maybe like an even darker color than this. Right at the edges here. Okay, and the white definitely also needs something. So let's try a... Unlike what I normally do. Oh, hell yeah. Let me check the chat in a few, and then I actually need a drink, because I've been working for 2.5 hours without taking a single sip of anything, and that's not good for anybody. His underwear does have the same outline. Look, it's the same color. Oh, thank you. I'm afraid I can't pronounce your username. I don't even want to try and butcher it, but thank you. That's nice. So now I just need to add some flames to this guy, and we will be in fucking business. Question is, in the reference pic, he damn near has an actual fire outline. Nah, I'll just play around and we'll see what happens. See here. Which actually means I need a new sketch. So let's copy the sketch and get it up here. Alright, let's play with fire. Whoops. What the? Oh, because I've been moving the sketch around. Yeah, that makes sense. one might be a little too... This music is oddly fitting for drawing this stuff. I don't know. It's kind of like putting me in the mood to go a little wild and make squiggly lines. It's very odd, but it's also very funny. So... Stop it. There we go. All right. Oh, and now it's getting metal. Nice. See, the beautiful part about doing this on different layers is that if some of these flames turn out to be a little overkill, we can just remove them without any fuss. We might want to turn off his skin color for a sec while I color this in so I can see what I'm doing better. What happens if I make the flame color the same outline color as the rest of them? Let's try and see here. Oh, this is gonna work out just fine. Okay then. Okay then, here we fucking go. Turn this down so I can see what I'm doing. This music is awesome for this. Oh, sorry. Do I use graphic tablet or display? I use a Huion Inspiron tablet, so it's a classic tabletop tablet, no display. I can't afford a big, super cool tablet. It's the Huion Inspiron. What the fuck is it called? 950p, I think. So the most basic Huion, but it's awesome. It's twice as big as a Wacom Intuos Draw and has even more, what's the word? Even more pressure sensitivity. It's super cool. I love this thing. Wait, why is it? Oh, okay. Okay, so there's no problem. Cool. Good. Let's just, do this right here. And then we should be able to cheat us way through it a little bit. Yes. Cool. Now here's a track I recognize. Let's break out the more normal for this. And I may have to go around and erase some lines here and there, but fair enough. We'll figure all that out. Just trying to shorten down the time I spend on coloring this a little bit. That's the wrong tool. There we go. Nope. Stop. 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 I'm going to select too much. There we go. Okay. So where does that one go wrong? Down here. Right. Okay, so let's just... He does look a little off right now with the green coloring, but it's just so I can see what I'm doing while I'm coloring him. But once we turn it up, it's starting to look pretty fucking wild. Turn it down a little again. Whoops! I am on the wrong layer yet again. It is a thing I do. Oh, man. Oh, we're definitely over in Warp now. I remember all these tracks. I played that game so much as a kid. Didn't even have it. I just borrowed it from a friend all the time. Because I didn't get video games. Man, Warped really is a fantastic game in pretty much every way, isn't it? Shit. There we go. Oh, that needs to get fixed. Alright, we'll figure that out in a few. Let's fix some lines there. Oh man, this song. So many memories. I might break out the Insane trilogy again now. Let me check up on the chat in a sec. I'm still super caught up in this. Now, the thing is, with his colored outlines, he might look a little off compared to the others, but we'll see how it looks by the end. I may end up having to swallow a pill and just have him be black outlined for the sake of the full picture, but I think this will work out just fine. Mm-hmm. Ah, this was a good choice for music. I'm enjoying this so much. Good old Warped. I mean, the reason I haven't reacted much to all the other music is that I didn't play the first two games as a kid. So these are the ones I'm the most familiar with. I have been playing some CTR. Not enough, and I am the fucking worst at it, so I keep getting my ass kicked even in adventure mode, but it's fun. And I have friends who played the game as a kid, so I hope to play with them soon. I am a little annoyed at the news about the microtransactions. And of course, like, at how steep the prices for some of the unlockables are with the in-game tokens already. But I mean, I kinda knew that going in, so it's alright. I've never been super competitive with gaming, so I'm probably not gonna use online much anyway. Most likely. Although I do want the characters, of course, which means I have to do something to get all those fucking tokens. I mean, my problems with CTR probably aren't helped by the fact that I really like playing as Coco, because Coco is freaking adorable. But she is not the best at turning. That's not exactly her main stat. So I really should switch it up more than I do. Okay, here we go. But like, there are certain levels in that game that I swear are just fucking cheating on purpose. Well, levels, tracks, I suppose I should say. Alright, that's a lot of flames. Let's get his coloring back up and put the flame color up here. Okay, now what happens if I'm just gonna make some copies really quick. What happens if I remove the line art and I use that blur effect that I didn't use before? Motion blur upwards. Whoa, 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 that's a bit much. It still needs to touch his body, though. So if I say front and back. Nah, this is too much. Maybe kind of like this? What if I'm trying a thing here. A bit darker. We turn that down a notch. Pull it back down a little bit. See, now we get these, and I don't like that. Maybe if I turn this up a bit. Well, there's one way to fix the problem we're having here. And that is to... Wait, what the fuck? Oh. Okay, hold on. How the hell? Wait. Something's wrong. Ah, now I get it. Okay. We don't want that. So... we use a Gaussian instead? We go like something akin to this. And we'll take the one behind here and make it why is that so? Man, if it had if it had DBC feels before. Jeez. How about something like this? That's not bad. I think we're onto something with this one. That's a little too orangey. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. Please don't do that. I don't think this is bad, man. I think we're actually in a pretty good place here. Try changing the paper a little bit. Just something that makes him pop a little more here. I'm just trying to find something that really makes him pop so we can see the fire effects properly. I don't think this is bad. I think we're onto something with this one. So see, what we're gonna do now, I'm gonna export this version. And then I'm gonna quickly reset things so we have like black outline and we have normal flames like I drew to begin with. That's a lot of crotch in my face. And then we'll try them both. We'll see what happens. Just need to export it because it's a huge ass file now. Yeah, that's why I'm gonna try it with both. Because I'm a little worried that his colored outline will make him stand out too much from the other guys. But on the other hand, both Sandman and Hydro Man also have colored outlines on their elements. On their sand and their water. So I think it's gonna work out, because he's like all over. He's like metal and flame all over. It's more the blurred effect that I'm a little worried about. But I'm just gonna try my trick here. Holy crap, he looks awesome when I take the line off. Oh man, okay. So, check it out. Flames, and let's turn this back to black too. I mean, this isn't bad either. This also looks pretty awesome in its own way. So we're gonna try that. He actually looks pretty cool in both versions, I like to think. Okay, now then, let's get the finished piece mock-up in here and open both of our Molten Man drawings. And maybe I can like resize them both at the same time. I'm gonna try that. Alright. I think the color outline is gonna work, man. Okay, let's shrink him down. And put him in there. Think here. Do have to make him a little... Oh, he actually has to be a fair bit smaller than the other guys. Alright, now we'll try turning Spider-Man's sketch layer off. And aha! See, he still needs to stand a little differently. Do I really need to make him that small? Huh. Alright, we'll try it. Like this or something. Then we turn off the Molten Man layer. Sketch layer. I mean... Okay, let's just get something really dark on top here. And then let's... Yeah, color outline. It totally works. It totally fucking works. Holy crap, dude. This is going places. Yeah, we don't... I mean, the black outline dude looks cool too, actually. Both of them look good. But in front of Sandman's sand color and Hydro-Man's watercolor, it's just too solid. They would all have to be all black outlined. So I'm gonna go with this. This looks awesome. Alright, dudes. We're getting places. Where's the Mysterio part? Here. Halfway there, in terms of characters. And then I'll have to add fucking a whole lot of smoke, a nice background, and maybe even like a little comic price sticker up on the left, just for fun, to make it really look like a comic book cover. But oh man, I am loving this so far. Yeah, 3 more characters, and I've only sketched one of them. That's gonna be fun. Fucking Cyclone. Who I still need to figure out a new face for, because I don't like his sneer. I think I'm gonna make him look more condescending. Holy crap, man. This is... Is it okay to be a little bit impressed with myself? Until a couple days ago, I didn't know I could do this. Or at least I didn't believe I could do this. Let's just change this so it doesn't fall in with Hydroman's. There we go. Well, either way, once again, we've been going for like 3 hours. That means so far it's between 3 and 4 hours per character for this piece alone. Holy crap, man. Oh my goodness. That is something, alright. Damn. Well, we're done for today. Thank you so much for joining. And see you next time. Hopefully that's sooner than a week this time. See ya!